Demon +2. Let's see what they do the rest of the draft.
But it's highly unlikely. I don't see
10
MSI doing a
seconds
solo Nyx
remaining.
assassin. It's not that strong in the lane,
5
and it's
seconds
usually not
remaining.
that worth it to give him the solo lane.
That's generally the case. LGD International would disagree with you, but they have a very specific strategy when they run the Nyx. I'm not sure MSIEvoGT-TnC is quite that refined.
I wonder if Zenith will go with the off-lane lifestealer. I don't know if you've been catching all the flashlight games. They've been running lifestealer off-lane all the time when they pick it up. Okay, it's gonna be the case again. Lifestealer off-lane.
Team ban.
Juggernaut, some multiple heroes who are magic immune. And this is going to make Nyx Assassin and Queen of Pain fairly ineffective. At least while those Blade Fury Omni / Rage infest. That's actually 4 escape mechanisms if you think about it. That's going to make these carries very difficult to kill. We can also see some incredibly cute combos with Juggernaut and Lifestealer. That is a scary infest combo, especially if Juggernaut, say, gets a Shadow Blade early or a Blink Dagger. And they could go offensive tri-lane if they want.
I don't know about Blink Dagger. I think maybe that's a bit just
I have cast quite a few games with it before,
5
but that was
seconds
gimmick games, not serious Dota.
Yeah, but in
Reserve
general,
time.
Lifestealer can go in the Juggernaut, and Juggernaut could just run in, maybe with his drums or phase boots, and Yasha with the high movement speed, Blade Fury in to bring the Lifestealer in the middle of combat.
Ice was listening to the stream. I did exaggerate slightly. All he said was that Pinoy Dota, bad Dota. I added the very bad, very big noob myself, because that's what Ice always says about everyone whenever he's pubbing. But all he said was Pinoy Dota, bad Dota, to set the record straight. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. I'm sure he was thinking it, though. Ancient Apparition will be the ban for MSI, so it looks like
Turn to ban.
they have... This is actually kind of a weird ban, I want to say.
They want to disallow Zenith having a strong tri-lane, but
There's so many other
I don't
options,
think,
though.
yeah, but I don't think they've done their homework a lot.
This is kind of a
Because
throwaway.
Lifestealer is always off-lane for Zenith when they pick it up. They never did a Lifestealer on the safe lane, even once.
Let's see what they do with the rest of the bans. Ice is telling me to keep an eye on the base later, so I'll try to do that.
What? Base laner?
No, base later. See the base later, he says. He'll probably be dropping items, TPing out from the enemy
10
fountain with a
seconds
ghost,
remaining.
with an ethereal blade or something silly. Who knows? But either way,
5
enough about Ice
seconds remaining.
Let's talk about MSIEvoGT-TnC. I still think they have a pretty decent draft. They have Shadow Demon, who's great against these melee hard carries. They have Nyx Assassin, who can assassinate heroes like Rubik. I feel a lot of this game just comes down to that laning stage. If Nyx can have a good start, if he can get a lot of levels in an early level 6, there are some heroes to prey on, and you know Zenith's going to have to pick at least one more fairly squishy support. So I still think MSI has a decent draft. And they are banning heroes that are much more likely to be comboed with the Lifestealer in the Leshrac here. We may see a Lina as the final ban.
Yeah, I would be anticipating the Lina as the final ban as well, but we haven't mentioned about MSI having a stand-in.
Radiant team.
Oh yeah,
You know
no,
any-
this is not a stand-in. This is Ewi.
Oh, this is... Okay, I thought it was a stand-in because he didn't have a tag and...
If you check his name history, it's Ewi. So they are using their full 5.
Okay.
The 2 former MSIEvoGT players, and Chemo and Ewi, and then Cass, Jesse Vash, and Ryo from TNC. So Anti-Mage from Zenith will be the ban. If you look at TNC, they are lacking that physical damage dealer, and that split push is something that Lifestealer Juggernaut cannot keep up with an Anti-Mage, so
10
it's
seconds
a pretty smart
remaining.
ban. I would say, plus they have Shadow Demon, who's obviously very strong with
5
Anti-Mage together.
seconds remaining.
I wonder if MSI would go for the Phantom
Reserve
Lancer
time.
pick. The Phantom Lancer illusions will be decent and good to divert away some of the Omni Slash damage, and not to mention Lifestealer can't do too much to the Phantom Lancer.
Let's see. You know, it wouldn't even surprise me if we saw an offlane Juggernaut from Zenith either. Because Ice plays some weird offlaners. We've seen him on the
remaining.
Gyrocopter. We've seen him Oh, who else has he played that's really weird on the off lane? I'm trying to remember. I know there's been some odd ones. Besides
Naga Siren.
Naga Siren, yes. So it's with Ice 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 in the picture, it does mean it's very hard to predict the lanes because he'll do some unconventional things. But the PL is still available, and let's see if MSI goes for it. Lifestealer and Juggernaut in general are not good against illusion-based heroes in the mid game. Once the illusions get tanky.
Yeah, you could see Zenith taking out all the spells
10
that
seconds
will
remaining.
stop the Lifestealer in rage form, the reverse polarity and the black hole. And
5
for
seconds
MSI,
remaining.
as expected, they took out the Lashrock and the Lina to prevent Zenith having a too strong combination of their supports, having strong lanes. Whoa.
Oh, Weaver.
This is good against Juggernaut, elusive hero.
And Lifestealer.
Lifestealer, yeah.
But they
It's a
have a
very good
Rubik
pickup.
who could have two ways to make that Weaver very sad in the mid game. Between Lift
One
and
way, which
anything he steals.
Still, I think only Impale could make him sad.
Disruption could make him somewhat sad. It depends what the follow-up is. They don't have that follow-up yet for whatever the Rubik is going to be paired with.
10 seconds remaining.
What do you think they'll be pairing it with? It's not
5
much in the pool
seconds
again.
remaining.
There's not. And you got to figure... Well, there's a Puck. Another hero that can kind of hunt the Queen of Pain. Actually, this is really good against their heroes. There's a lot of very spell-reliant, squishy heroes.
Puck is very good with elusive heroes like Weaver and Queen of Pain because of the waning rift and the ultimate, how the ultimate works. When you get out of range, you get stunned, and your teammates can follow up to kill the stun target. But I'm still curious about the last pickup. What would it be for Zenith?
10 seconds remaining.
They need
5
some form of
seconds
disabling support. Would it be something like a Lion? Lion would be very good against Weaver
Reserve time.
and Queen of Pain.
Templar assassin.
It would be another level-dependent support, and it would give them a
Zenith's turn
somewhat
to
weak
pick.
laning stage. But MSI go for a TA, so
It's
try lane with the Weaver.
Yeah, aggressive tri lane with Weaver, safe lane, Queen of Pain, mid lane, TA.
I don't know that it's going to be very hard to find kills going aggressive against either a Juggernaut or a Lifestealer. These heroes are almost impossible to kill.
Yeah, Zenith have the weakness there. They have to throw someone that's very
10 seconds remaining.
not strong 1v1 in the offlane. Like it's either from the picks you could tell Puck is
5
middle.
seconds
Either Juggernaut or
remaining.
Lifestealer will be on the offlane. Whoever goes to the offlane will be in trouble against the Queen of Pain.
Reserve time.
Let's see. I guessing it would. I think the Puck is. Oh,
This is very greedy.
look at this
Very
lineup.
greedy.
4 heroes that need a lot of level 1 farms, and then the support in the Rubik needs a lot of levels and generally
this
would like
is-
to farm.
This is a support Juggernaut.
You think?
Yes, because X Freedom is using it. XY will be doing the mid lane with his Darkseer, and Ice will be on the off lane. Puck, not the Lifestealer off lane.
Not the Lifestealer for him. So we have, on the side of MSIEvoGT-TnC, we're going to have the hard carry player, Ryo. He's normally the 1 position, playing the Weaver, but this is not really this is a triple semi-carry strategy, which I think is, if you can have a decent time, Zenith likes to split push. They kind of play that, death by 1,000
10
cut
seconds
style.
remaining.
And having lots of carries, if you don't get shut down early, is
5
a good way to
seconds
deal with
remaining.
Zenith. Because you can keep up with them. They have a lot of split push on the side of MSI. We're going to have Ewi on the TA. We have Cast, the captain, on the Shadow Demon. Chemo, the former captain of MSI, on the Nyx. And last but not least, it's Jesse Vash on the Queen of Pain. And I have to say, the only here when Jesse Vash played the Invoker yesterday, I think we can both agree he struggled a bit. Magnus is a hero that he normally plays, but it was banned this game. I'm going to keep my eyes on him because I know Jesse Vash is capable of very impressive play, but yesterday he was not living up to it.
You know what, LD? I think what he meant by look at the base was he had some weird picture right up on the...
Yeah,
On their
that is
base.
what he meant.
But he somehow didn't manage to fit in the whole thing.
Is this
But,
pornographic? I can't tell what it is.
It better be not. I don't think the admins will be too happy about it.
I think it's the no pants ice ice ice.
And
or
for
his
Zenith,
girlfriend.
we have
I'm not sure.
X Freedom on the supporting Juggernaut, XY on the Darkseer, which I assume would be mid lane against the Lanaya. And we have Ice on the Rubik, support Rubik, and Ice on the Puck. And lastly, we have Yamate on the carry Lifestealer, which is still nowhere to be seen now.
So, Yamate, for anyone who is not familiar with what's been going on with Zenith recently, Ice and Yamate have left Orange, they've joined Zenith. So the new Zenith is composed of XY, X Freedom, Ice, Yamate, and Ice. So lots of Ice, lots of X. Lots of trouble.
Lots of ice, very cold.
Okay, apparently it's XY's legs.
XY's legs?
I don't know why they are taking pictures of XY's legs. What is wrong with these guys? Oh, there's lots of love between the Zenith players, apparently. He was wearing underwear, just looks weird. Okay. I'll tell you, man. Zenith sponsors better have a lot of patience.
How do you actually look at the picture? Are you supposed to look it from the left or from the right, from the bottom, from the top? I have no idea.
It's just a pair of legs, and he's wearing underwear. I guess. I think you're supposed to look at it. The top is like the top right corner.
I have no idea how to look at it. But going back to the draft, like we mentioned, Zenith has a lot of spell immunity, and they themselves have elusive heroes with the Surge, with the Puck, Phase Shift, the Orb Out, and the Blade Fury, the Rage from the Lifestealer. It's gonna be difficult for MSI to pick out the heroes as well, pick off the heroes, because it's really hard. Like for the Nyx Assassin, if you're trying to gank the Juggernaut, you Vendetta in. As long as his reaction is not too slow, he would always get the Blade Fury off time. If you want try to hit the Vendetta backstab damage before impaling him.
Yeah, they're very reliant on the Impale being at the perfect time because they don't have any other stuns.
Yeah, Disruption, not a good stun because you can always Blade Fury, Rage, Phase Shift out of it.
Yeah.
So basically they'll be like you said, rely on everything will be on the Impale.
That being said, they do have a very good harassing tri-lane because they have Shadow Demon and Weaver. And Weaver should be, unless he gets lifted into the tower at a bad moment, should not die. Let's see how this tri-lane works out.
There's still the defensive disruption so to help him out.
I guess the big concern would be if one of the supports get caught by Blade Fury, Open Wounds, Telekinesis. The one thing Juggernaut really does offer as a support is a lot of damage at the early levels. He's hard to kill, and Blade Fury does incredible DPS.
Is he going to go to the jungle? He got a Stout Shield at the start.
And 2 Clarities, yeah, I think he might be jungling.
30 seconds to battle.
Oh, they...
Hi, I'm next to you, but you can't see me.
But they did see the Juggernaut.
He doesn't care. They can't kill him at all.
And Ice does have some sentries. Will be an easy D-ward. Oh, nope, they don't get the D-ward yet. They want to defend this, but Chemo just... Oh, he could be in trouble. He got thrown away from the Blade Fury. This was a big blunder. Shadow Demon was not anywhere near that. Oh,
why did they go in? Why?
And they not only did they go in, but the Shadow Demon wasn't there, so some big miscommunication, questionable decision-making from the tri-lane. And when you're up against 2 melee heroes on an enemy tri-lane, you don't want to give them those kills, because now they're going to have very early boots. Juggernaut already has his boots, and he can start roaming.
Who got the first blood?
Juggernaut may go for very early kill mid. With if he goes mid, Blade Fury and Ion Shell, TA is going to be very vulnerable to an early gank.
Yeah, and he's not making the flying career, so I think he's going to for the boost. And they're going to jump in now. The Rubik has a double damage. This is so dead, this guy.
Oh no, this is looking quite bad. There's the disruption to start. It's a nice 2-hero impale, but the Blade Fury will come anyway. Ice should fall. The question is, can Cass get away? The answer is absolutely no chance for him. But they'll have another impale. They may be able to bring Ice down. No, it doesn't look like it in the end. Already a huge backstab from XY. He's tanking the creeps. He's trying to push the lane. Now he's going to start the Ion Shell burn. Reapplies the Ion Shell to himself. XY being very aggressive early on. The other solo lane, Queen of Pain, up against the Puck. Dead even so far. 4-0 versus 3-1.
It's the same matchup we seen yesterday where... Is it the matchup yesterday? Yeah, I know, not yesterday, the day before, where Chong was on the Puck against Yanni on the Queen of Pain.
And now Zenith is going to start creep pulling. And here's the problem for MSI. They can't punish this because the support, the only killable support is Rubik, and he's the one doing the small camp. You're not killing Juggernaut as long as he's got mana for Blade Fury and he has boots. I think this tri-lane, because of that early mistake, is now in a lot of trouble, Winter. They're not going to be able to stop the lifestealer from farming. They're not going to be able to kill the supports. And then what do? I guess you have to go Smoke Anchor Roam.
But they need levels to, like you said. You're not sure if whether this tri-lane will work because Nyx Assassin is a hero that needs a lot of levels.
And in the middle lane, even TA's not getting... she's not having a great time. She does have her bottle out. It looks like she's going to be doing some bottle crowing, which will help. But Darkseer is going to get free farm in this lane. He can also go farm the enemy small camp after pushing the creeps in if he wants to, and TA can't punish that. I wouldn't mind seeing them just abandon the lane because Weaver's and send the supports to the bottom lane because Weaver's not going to die to this combo. Even if they lift you, you should be able to just Sakuchi away after that until the Juggernaut gets Omni Slash.
Yeah, but the thing is, they gave away that first blood, which that shouldn't have happened at all, to be honest.
They are going to be able to do a little dewarding here. Look at the confidence from Ice because he's already got the boots. Oh, nice mana burn. But he's still got the stick charges. They are going to be able to deward at the very least. And Spike Carapace is useless against Blade Fury. Uh-oh. The Shadow Demon's in trouble. If he gets lifted, he's dead. And he will be lifted. Now he's dead. Blade Fury will follow. There's just no way out. He's really holding on to the Blade Fury for a while. Now he unleashes it, and Cast is in trouble. Can they at least get the trade-off? It looks like they may help the Lifestealer. That would not be a bad trade. Lifestealer should fall with the bugs on him. Uh-oh. Weaver's out of mana, though. Weaver is out of mana, and he doesn't... Oh, he might even drop here. Is there a lift coming? There is. The lift is available. This could be a tri-lane disaster. Thrown back in, brought down. Does not have a stick on the Weaver. That's a mistake. No stick on any of the tri-lane supports. Wow, Winter, this is about as bad as a tri-lane could ever go.
Only the Nyx Assassin has a stick. I'm surprised the Weaver doesn't have one. But now I know why.
He might help the Lifestealer. It's only level 4. There is a lift from Ice. Oh, the bugs. He should go back in right now with Sakuchi, but it's still on cooldown. Oh, he can't. Only level 3.
The thing is, LD, he only has 4 last hits. 3 last hits. How is he gonna buy the stick after he got his Bacillus?
That's true. You would expect to see more, I guess, the pulling and that, and the combination of just having a relative... Weaver's not really the best last-hitting hero in a tri-lane. Lifestealer's a much better last-hitter. Look at the base damage. 74, and that's before the auto-attacks from Feast give you that bonus damage.
Yeah, Feast just gives you so much bonus damage that usually you won't have any trouble last-hitting anyone in the lane.
On the other lanes, TA is farming well, so Ewi is, I would say, winning his lane because it's hard to lane against Darkseer in this situation. He's not shutting down XY, but getting good farm is really all you can expect. He should have the phase boots now. Jesse Vash falling behind. Only 12 and 3. Ice 17 and 8. So the solo lanes are not even going that well.
Yeah, so down this type of matchup, I would say Queen of Pain has a bit of advantage, but...
Oh, Queen of Pain might die here. The orb hits. It will miss. Jesse Vash doesn't have Blink though. Oh, he's got a Scream. Oh, no! What a play! It doesn't matter! He gets the kill anyway. Ice needed to hit that orb, and you see the slow orb in Dota 2 is much easier to dodge.
Yeah, I was about to say this type of lineup, the Queen of Pain against Puck, although it might favor Queen of Pain slightly as because of him being on the safe lane, but it's still down to who plays better in the lane to have an advantage over each other.
And this is what I was mentioning with the middle lanes. The Darkseer can push the lane, and yep, he's going on Ewi, but he really... Oh, Juggernaut's here. Juggernaut's here. You can melt to dodge this at least for a moment. No, he's gonna juke like a boss. He's gonna juke like a boss. He might turn this around. Juggernaut's only level 4. Ewi's going in. Here comes Queen of Pain. That ult hits too. Jesse Vash is here. This is a huge overextension by Zenith, but Jesse Vash doesn't have any more mana. A trap if he can get... Nope, not even going to go for it. But still, not getting that kill, I would say, not a big deal because the bottom lane was pushing anyway, so he's not missing too much experience there.
Yeah, and... Oh... Actually, that orb, even if that hit, it would... be not too much damage because it was just level 1.
Oh,
look at Ice.
Maxing the silence.
He's maxing the silence to fight the Queen of Pain. I think level 2 silence would be sufficient already, but It's just maybe personal preference. Some player like to, but it's a solo lane. Usually you tend to max the orb because you want it to last hit and harass your opponent.
The problem with maxing the silence is just that the cooldown is very, very long. 16 seconds. Sure, it's extremely powerful when you level it up, but you can't spam it at all. The orb is significantly more spammable with a 4-second slower cooldown. And like, I mean, even just getting 2 points in it, it's a 1.5-second silence. That's a big upgrade. 0.75 is quite short. Still, I think Zenith's got to be happy overall because they're running a greedy tri-lane. Ice is level 4, Lifesteal is level 6, and although... not Ice, sorry, X-Freedom.
He's gonna take a lot of damage from this. He managed to phase shift it off, and look at the last hits. Actually, Queen of Pain is very far behind on the puck.
Oh, top middle lane. Nice kill by Ewi. Gets the solo kill in the Darkseer.
Is how you lasted so
What
long.
That should not happen. Did he have a rune, actually? I don't think so.
Yeah, he had a rune. I mean, Darkseer had a rune. Probably he was just trying to...
He must have just thought... I think he might have gotten a splash kill there, actually. I don't even know.
Yeah,
Darkseer was invis. Oh, man. That might have been an epic kill. Sorry I missed that one, guys, but you can't really expect a Darkseer to die solo to a TA. That really shouldn't happen.
Darkseer has Surge. There's no way he's gonna die.
Except when he does. Here's the puck, top lane. No, doesn't actually get the silence off. Ryo is good. No, he doesn't have the Sakuchi level 3, so he is going to drop in spite of it all. Meanwhile, Ice finds himself in potentially going to be trouble. He's going to orb backwards. Can he port to the orb? He will. It actually pushes him down to the low ground because you can't sit on that cliff. Now, X-Freedom trying to run away. Ice trying to run away. Are they going to be able to...
Ice is dead.
Oh, there's the scream. There's going to be a TA auto attack. Big dive by Zenith. And meanwhile, Chemo's just farming bottom. Zenith showing their cocky ways and paying for it. That was a huge dive.
Is under attack.
Yeah, huge blunder. They went too far for that kill. And TA is still leading the last hit scoreboard. That's really good for MSI. They really need the early phase to go very well for them because they sacrifice a lot of things by having two of their supports that are level dependent.
Here comes the wraparound top. There is a Radiant Ward here.
Mm-hmm.
They should have seen this, but they're not really moving. Uh-oh, Cast. He feels trapped. He's going to disrupt, but Blade Fury... Oh, there's no mana for Blade Fury, but there are stick charges. Doesn't matter. Cast will die. But for 4 heroes rotating there, not the worst thing in the world. They are farming TA mid. They are getting level 6 fairly soon on Chemo bottom lane. You don't want to give up that kill, but it could have been worse.
So I think it's considering the fact that they didn't see it coming. They only lost the support. It was actually not the best, not the worst case for them.
And it was 4 heroes as well.
Yeah.
It's a lot of time. And it was 2 solo heroes on top.
They're gonna fight top. Yu is coming from behind. They see him. There's a ward there.
Oh, I don't know about this. Should he really be going in
be
right now?
up.
He's running right into Iron Shell and Blade Fury. Refraction is useless against that. That's a big fatal. Jesse Best, but I don't know if it's enough. Weaver's picking up one. Now the Omni Slash gets another. Cast is here. He's got Disruption. Buyback from TA. He knows that they can't afford to let this Lifestealer get away, and I think the Lifestealer will drop. He's got Infest, but he needs a bailout. Ice is trying to come to give him the Infest escape. He will Infest. Now he needs to run. Weaver's on the chase. I don't know if they can actually bring him down in time. Ice is still running. There's a trap. This could be 2 kills in the end. Lifestealer may just want to pop out here at a split second. Sentry Ward is dropped. He will pop out, but it doesn't look like it's in time. Weaver's going to time lapse, still giving chase. There will be a Blade Fury. Unleashes it now. Weaver going to juke. Trap is going to miss. There is a TP back into the fight from the Darkseer. Aoi's still running. Defensive disruption. Not going to be sufficient. He doesn't go for the regen. In the end, Juggernaut kicks up the kill and Shadow Demon. Aoi, and now the pause in the midst of the chaos. Lag is called. There was a buyback from the TA, and they didn't get the Lifestealer in the end. Pretty awful trade.
Great support play there. He built his carry out by Ice. This is gonna be another date, Juggernaut.
Oops, sorry.
They sacrificed both of the supports to build the Lifestealer out. But they got a rebuttal kill on the Shadow Demon, so I wouldn't call it too bad of a trade.
The problem for me is that they delayed the TA's Blink Dagger, and she was going to have it quite early.
Yeah, but at least the Lifestealer survived. That's not too bad. How far is he off the Blink Dagger? Oh, he's very near it. Yeah, you're right. He could have gotten it if it wasn't because of the buyout and death.
Winter, can
like you said,
can I offer you some coffee?
Like you said, it's
Denied.
Ion Shell and Blade Fury. He ran up the ramp without. But it's also because of the ward that the dire side that caught him coming up from the ramp.
Yeah, there's one. Well, I think it was right here.
Yeah, it was here. I'm draw. How do I? Why can't I draw things now? Yeah, it was here. Shit.
Oh, yeah, you're right. And
Yeah, they placed the ward here.
well, TA is slightly behind Lifestealer. Queen of Pain getting close to the treads. I actually think MSI is not in a horrible position considering how this game started. I'd say it's pretty damn good because they've got 3 semi-carries. They've got Nyx, who will be able to find kills potentially, depending if there's sentries in the lanes. And there is one mid, but there's nothing bottom or top right now. And Lifestealer could be a kill once that... Even the Lifestealer can die. Nyx just hit 6. Let's see what Chemo can do. I feel a lot of this game is going to rest on his shoulders over the next 5 minutes.
But it still comes down to what I mentioned before the start of the game. He can't get too greedy to try and hit the Vendetta bonus damage on heroes like Lifestealer or Juggernaut. If they have fast reactions, you can never hit the Impale that way.
Yeah, and those are very easy spells to use because it's not like a blink where it has a wind-up. It's just instantly you're raging, instantly you're Blade Furying. So, and in Phase Shift the same as well. These are spells that are almost guaranteed to be able to hit.
Yeah, it still comes down to Chemo, whether he decides to hit certain situations. Probably you could use the Vendetta damage to hit it, but some situations you just can't afford. Whoa, I thought they would have gone on the Puck there, because when the Puck waved out, the Nyx Assassin was very near to the orb, so as the Queen of Pain. He could have Spike Carapace and make the Puck take the damage from a Spike Carapace and a stun and follow up with the Impale. They could have killed the Puck there.
I guess just not feeling confident. And maybe worried about some TPs coming bottom.
But there's 3 heroes on the top lane pushing your tower. What do you have to worry about?
TPs, I guess. That's it. You're right. It probably should have been a kill there. Lifestealer gets the tower top. Last hit for him, and he's gonna have the armlet soon. And he's going to be... He may be able to just solo the Nyx during his rage. In fact, he should probably be able to with that armlet.
But I'm kind of surprised he didn't went for the movement speed build, because on MSI's side they have a lot of mobile heroes, Blink, Shukuchi and the TA blinking around with the trap slowing your teammates. I was kind of hoping that he would go for the recent popularized build, Facebook drums and Yasha, so that you have a lot of movement speed and mobility as a Lifestealer yourself.
MSI just farming up in each lane. They have the Weaver farming top. They have one carry.
Oh, Lifestealer bomb incoming, bottom lane.
Oh, he doesn't have the blink. He doesn't have a blink.
He maxes waning with early. Oh, I thought he would leave it at level 3 or level 2, but max it. Always orb.
This could be bad, because I don't know...
This is a bait! It's a trap! They're gonna go on him! Like, Nyx Assassin is coming from the left.
Oh, he held the Impale! He held the Impale! Oh, can they bring down the Queen of Pain? Disruption is here, and suddenly it's Ice who's in trouble. Ice has to get away. He doesn't have the orb. The Queen of Pain finishes him. Jesse Bash chops off his head. Are they done yet, though? Here comes the support Juggernaut. He's got Omni Slash. This looks to be the death of Chemo. He doesn't spike Carapace. He needs to... Nope, doesn't help you against Omni Slash, actually. I wasn't sure if he was going to use it there. TA shows up. He's going to get X Freedom. There is no Infest. There is no Impressed. Lifestealer could fall here. Blinking forward. Nice body block by Jesse Bass. The screen was too early, though. The Blink Dagger cools down. There's a double damager, and the trap will detonate. Aoi wants this kill. He misses the meld.
I'm low.
Oh, can he toggle it properly? No, he can't. He toggles it off and dies to the Shadow Strike. Now Aoi trying to run away. He's got refraction. If he uses the stick charges, he can turn around and fight this. He can refract. Oh, no. Is he gonna run? Is he gonna fight? He's still running. He doesn't have bottom to blink. Oh, he should be dead.
Whoa! Oh, he dealt so much damage there.
But he got the Lifestealer, and this is a support Juggernaut, so I think it's definitely worth it. Because they still have a Weaver just farming away top.
It could have been easily turned for Zenith way, because they didn't know the Lifestealer was infested in. They just had too many heroes there. If the Nyx Assassin would have came to gang the Puck alone, because Puck is not the hardest hero to take down, and there would have been so much trouble there.
We also need to credit Chemo for baiting out the phase shift and not wasting his Impale. If he had wasted it, Zenith would have gotten away scot-free.
I think his Impale didn't hit. Yeah, his Impale didn't hit, if I'm not wrong. I remember he didn't hit. He phase shifted the Impale.
Oh, I thought he cancelled it there. Maybe it was still too early, but I guess he tried
I
anyway.
think he got hit by the he didn't hit the Impale because
Radiant's
of the
bottom
phase shift.
tower is under attack.
But they're gonna get the tower now and more map control. All the tier 1 towers for MSI Evo has been taken all. And I don't think MSI can get a trade off here from the mid tower. There's just too much backup and the tower still has too much health.
MSIEvoGT is getting close to a BKB, and this is going to make him almost impossible to kill. There's actually no way to kill him except for maybe Omni Slash with Lift. And that's a very hard combo to hit.
Setup from Rubik. Rubik has Shukuchi.
Sakuchi into a telekinesis is pretty strong.
Oh, Shadow Demon! Oh, the creep! Oh no!
Cast is spotted, but he's got backup on the way. Disrupts one. Maybe should have disrupted himself to buy time. The Impale is not going to hit anything there. Oh no, he is not even able to get it off. Just has to watch helplessly as their rage and
look at the
Fury.
backup. Look at the backup from Zenith.
They're going to lose 3 or 4 heroes just to try and save their Shadow Demon. There's your Omni Slash. Maybe not as many as I thought. He's slowly burning down. There's the bugs and the Dream Coil catching out too. Oh no, they're losing all their carries. They're losing all their carries. The Queen of Pain completely wasted there, really. Ryo's charging in, but he needs to be charging out. TA TP's in. She just bought back, but isn't able to do anything.
The healing ward. The healing ward. Healed everyone up to full health.
I really cannot believe that they threw so much after the Shadow Demon to try and save his life when he had already disrupted one of the enemy heroes instead of himself. There's just no point.
And like you mentioned before, it would have been probably the better decision to disrupt himself to buy more time for his teammate instead of who did he disrupt? I think he disrupted the Lifestealer? Yeah, the Lifestealer. I would agree with you. Definitely disrupting with himself that could buy more time for his teammates there.
Here comes the roaming X Freedom. Blink into the meld. Auto attack. He's got to TP out immediately. I think he's dead anyway. Too much damage.
Try too hard to place a ward there.
Can you explain to me what Ryo is building? Starts with 3 of health. I guess he's going back for a Manta now. It's a lot of gold.
Yeah, I think it's a Manta because he needs to deal more damage at this point because TA is too far behind.
XY 3-hero wall. This might be a triple kill for him. Ice shows up. Needs to throw out the silence. He doesn't port into the orb actually. He just sits there.
He got disrupted. That's why he didn't port into the orb.
Oh, Ice tried to run away. Meanwhile, Lifestealer picks off the retreating Shadow Demon. Now Ice turning around onto MSIEvoGT's third Omni Slash. There is not, but MSIEvoGT should be able to blink away into the Roshan pit. He'll do so now. Now trying to TP away. There's a vacuum. There's a vacuum. Oh, MSIEvoGT can still blink into the trees. Needs to go now. What a blink. Perfect blink, really, but at the last moment, Ewie's in trouble. Ewie doesn't have melt for a second. The Infest finishes him off, and Zenith just showing their superior coordination and decision-making.
And not to mention, they are very far ahead in farm as well. Gold advantage. Look at the gold graph. They have 5,000 gold. Those buybacks, the TA had 2 buybacks, and I think the Queen of Pain had 1 buyback as well. They are important core heroes. They shouldn't be spending so much money on buyback. The second buyback one on the TA, like you said, was questionable because they didn't achieve anything from that.
Oh, TP to the bottom lane by Ryo, but he's out of mana. And even the Weaver, he bought a lot of utility items, which delays anything that'll really help him in the team fights. Rain of Health delays and an upgraded Magic Wand. That's a lot of gold that could be going towards the Yasha. He will be getting out now.
He was having a hard time farming at top as well at the start. He didn't really get too much last hits from the lanes.
And, I mean, eventually, I suppose he could turn this into a Lincoln Sphere. The health regen isn't bad, but it just delays those more important items.
I don't really think he'll be making a Lincoln Sphere. It doesn't really help him. Look at the heroes. Everything just goes through your Lincolns, except for the lift. There's nothing.
And then it's almost 900 gold that could have been going towards a more useful item at this point in the game.
Yeah, and Lifestealer won't be opening wounds you because your Shukuchi is max movement speed. There's no point in slowing you down. So I don't really think the Lincolns would be a good pickup here.
And here's another hero who's now very hard to kill, Winter. It's the Rubik because he's stealing Refraction. So who do you go on at this point? The Nyx Assassin. He steals Refraction. Not finding openings.
He steals your Refraction. He steals your Shukuchi. How are you gonna kill the Rubik? And you can't kill a Blade Furing Juggernaut. You can't kill a Raging Lifestealer. You can't kill a Orbing and Phase Shift Puck. And the Darkseid has Surge.
They really need a big damage item on the TA so she can burst these heroes down. Especially the Juggernaut through his magic immunity.
The 2 buybacks, LD. And you questioned the second one and you were right about it. there was really no point for him to buy back the second time.
Well, you know, it's like you said, it's once you start losing a game, you feel like you just have to make a play, and it happens time and again, you know, in competitive play. It's an emotional thing. You know, you're not always, you don't have time to think, because if it was a good time to buy back and you stop to think about it, you may miss your window of opportunity. So a mistake made, but perhaps an understandable one. They may be on tilt after the way the game started.
You have to agree to a certain extent of what you say, but it was, when he bought out, to be honest, all the 5 heroes were full health, regenning at the healing ward.
So I guess we can call it maybe a rage buyback even.
Yeah. More of a not thoroughly thought out buyback, I would say.
Lifestealer's getting close to... I think a Desolator would just be incredible this game. But we'll see what he... Basher is an option, but he already went for the Mithrhammer, so probably the Maelstrom or the Desolator.
I think it's gonna be a Desolator because it gives him more explosive damage. Then they're gonna kill the Queen of Pain. He's dead.
Yeah, there's the open wound. Jesse Vash, no way out. Blinks out of the tether into his death.
He was a bit slow though, the Yamate, by coming out from the infest. You could see that the Queen of Pain almost survived.
He wanted to have a sip of his tea first.
Maybe coffee.
I have to point out the excellent warding from Zenith, which is allowing their mobile lineup to be aggressive when they can be and not to make overextension.
Look at the vision. Look at the vision, man.
It's very impressive vision. And also, I mean, for MSI, you have to know that they have this some amount of vision on your side of the map because they've been hunting you there all game for the last 10 minutes. Or at least the last 5.
Yeah, the thing is they're too poor to get a gem out, and Rush is going to be the next thing.
Actually, how much gold do they support? 60 gold on Rubik, 500 on Shadow Demon. He does have 1 Sentry Ward to his name. Or sorry, Rubik's on the dire side.
What can you do with 1 Sentry Ward when you have 4 Observer Wards from the dire side on your map?
You know what would be great this game is something like a Blink Dagger on the Nyx, but he really probably... Oh, they're gonna go... Nope, Ice is back. Boy, he's a tricky one, huh? It's very hard to pin him down.
He's a tricky player.
It's like you've said this in the past, is Ice is very good at wasting his opponent's time. And he's showing it again here.
And you know what, when I'm always playing on the ganking heroes in tournament, he's one of the hardest players to gank.
He will scratch and claw his way until the bitter end. And he'll die screaming if you do manage to kill him, and then he'll buy back immediately.
You know him very well, LD.
Anyone who watches him knows him very, very well. He has a very specific style.
Yeah, and when the buyout doesn't work, he'll come up with some reasoning like, I need to practice. When I'm dead, I'm wasting time. I'm not getting anything. But when the buyout works, you see, that's a good buyout.
I'm gonna say he needs new material. If we know his routine this well, he needs new material.
And when they're winning, this time he's a part. I wouldn't be surprised if he just blinks into the opponent and just drops his bottle or power trace and picks it up in front of their faces.
He's done it with butterflies, with radiances. Why wouldn't he do it here? Lifestealer has Infest inside of Puck, but he has almost no HP. I think he's thinking about TPing to the bottom lane right now. He is going to TP behind the tower. Weaver, if he gets caught by the silence, he's dead. There's the silence. No, he gets the Sakuchi off. Nice reaction by Ryo. If he
I didn't think it was a reaction. He was trying to last hit with the Sakuchi. He got lucky there. These are certain things that's hard to predict from the ganker, because sometimes players just do all of a sudden use a spell to last hit and there goes the gank.
It's especially hard when your opponents are very noob. If you're in the lower tier matchmaking, because they don't do what you expect. When you're up against pro teams, you know, if they're off the map, you can anticipate they're ganking, they're maybe doing Roshan.
You know, I remember some interview, I don't know who, I think it was a Chinese player, he was a good Butcher player, and he said that it's harder to hook newbies than good players because you can't tell how the newbies are going to move and how they're going to run around the inner lane, and for the pro players it's easier to predict.
It's the secret advantage.
Yeah. They're going to take a trade-off here with the top lane and the middle lane because they knew that they can't fight with the Aegis on them. This is not too bad. This is the best thing they could do now, but I don't think they can get any towers at all.
Ryo does have a Manta style, that'll be a win.
Oh, they're gonna fight at bottom.
Yeah, here comes the BKB Queen of Pain. They've got to kill. Oh god, look at the damage as the blink was up. That's a dream coil on the entire enemy team. Oh god, the Queen of Pain ult, that's the only one who wasn't caught. And she is going to be able to throw the ult out, but it doesn't seem like it's enough. Blinks into the Blade Fury, the retreating Juggernaut gladly accepts that kill. There will be an Impale, but Spike Carapace does not help you. He is not able to use that Impale because the Omni Slash is going off, and another great fight for Zenith. Ice has to get a lot of credit there. That was a 4-hero Dream Coil.
You know, LD, they fought it 4 versus 5.
They
The
do.
Dark Field.
It shows the
nowhere there.
survivability of their lineup. And he's dropping his bottle, taunting his opponents. Typical
Where is-
behavior.
Where is he? Okay.
He's offering the Weaver the bottle and he takes it away.
LD, you have to tell him not to do that too much. He'll come back to haunt him someday.
No, I think he needs to learn the hard way.
You know, he told me yesterday there was one time he was doing it, and the opponent picked up his Vanguard in a tournament match.
Did he, did he lose the game after that?
No, he didn't.
See, but then he's like, I can get away with this. I don't know any better. I'm
Well,
so
that's not the worst item your opponent can steal.
Yeah.
It's still not it's not the Radiance or Butterfly.
It could be worse, but nonetheless, not ideal.
It's Ice. What do you expect? He always has his agendas and stuff like that to make the game even more interesting. Like for China, you have like ROTK always screaming and yelling at the opponents, shouting, "You are so shit! I can kill you so easily." But in the
We'll have
in
to play that video after this game. I love that
in
video.
the C scene you have Ice and his antics. It keeps the scene interesting though, I have to say.
It keeps the scene interesting. It also can be very strategic. If your opponents are people who get frustrated or angry, it's very
you
frustrating
really
to see
shouldn't.
someone do this.
Yeah, you really shouldn't be affected by all these antics. It's just very bad if you get emotionally or just if it clouds your decision. You have to control yourself. I know some players that would get very annoyed in the game and they would rush into decisions like they just want to kill Ice. They wouldn't care about winning the game anymore.
Well, that's what he wants.
Yeah, that's what he wants.
Here comes the Infest Bomb again.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Here he goes.
Nope, he's not going yet, but he's glowing. He wants to.
Let's go. He's going
Vacuum
in.
to start, the blink, the silence to follow. The Fountain about to be dived. Dream Coil catches out 3 again. Really nice Dream Coil. Ryo is going to break the tether and be stunned. The Juggernaut ult cleans it up. X Freedom will strike and deliver. And now they're going to go for the tower. GG, go next is the call. MSI, those early blunders even before the creep spawned, it was just too difficult to recover. And then even though Zenith gave them some openings, the buyback's not really ideal.
To me, the story of the game comes down to, like you said, the first kill, Kimon got caught out, made the hard lane, the offensive try lane so hard for them, and the buybacks. That were the 2 crucial points in the game.
It made the hard lane hard. That's basically what it is. Extra difficult. And we trying to run, melding up, Blade Fury, and brought down.
Still dead. To me, the story of the game for Zenith is the 2 supports playing very awesome for the team, providing the vision and always there at the right time to bail out the teammates, especially the save on the Lifestealer at the top river, where the Rubik walked up to the tree and let the Lifestealer infest him, and the Juggernaut as well came over to bail them out. But although in the end both of them died, but they got a Shadow Demon and they bailed out the Lifestealer. That was all that worth it.
Well, Zenith does a nice job of feeding away a couple of kills. MSI calls GG, go next, and then not going next. Now they'll disconnect. They've padded their scores a touch. I gotta say, I feel this is not the MSI that we're used to seeing. They're normally a little bit more disciplined than this. I expect to see them play a lot better in Game 2. I don't think it'll be nearly as one-sided. And if it will be, it's because Zenith plays better, not because MSI is playing like this.
Yeah, it's still about the opponents that were playing before. They were not as good as Zenith, and Zenith are a very strong team and far more experienced than all their previous opponents. You can tell from the laning phase, they lost they lost the bottom lane. The Queen of Pain lost to the Park quite significantly, which I think was a bit
Radiant's middle
hard for their team later on because Park has so much levels and items to help his team.
He did actually get the solo kill at one point, but that was more a mistake from Ice.
It was because of a mistake from Ice, and I felt that if he did it correctly, the one being killed wouldn't be him. It was going to be the King of Pain. And that would further power pressure to his team.
Well, of course, this is a best out of 3. The loser goes home. The winner moves on to face... who is it going to be? We'll actually take the brackets real quickly. The loser moves on... the winner moves on to the semifinals, where they will face the winner of First Departure versus Neolution Thailand. That match was actually already played. I don't know the result, but I'm going to look it up as soon as this game ends so I can let you guys know. But with all that being said, Winter, Zenith is going to take a pretty comfortable and convincing Game 1 in this best out of 3.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's ancient.
And they're going to fountain dive just a little more. Here comes Lifestealer. Here comes the big damage. Look at how quickly he chops through them. He should... Nope, Cannon Fest doesn't need to. Armlet Toggle for the win.
I didn't know the game hasn't ended because some of the MSI players already joined the new hosted lobby.
No problem. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a best out of 3. It's now MSI on the ropes. The most experienced Pinoy Dota 2 team. They're gonna have to pull it together to force a Game 3.
They have to pull something out of their reserves to prove Ice wrong.
He has challenged their honor. He has questioned their skill. Can they respond with a big performance? We'll find out after this.